It's windy out here. Might be hard to hear me, but I wanted to show you what's springing up all over Salt Lake. Now, this place here that I'm at is called well, I don't know what it's called now, but it's one of the larger arenas in Salt Lake. It's called the Maverick Center. Sorry, I forgot. But this place here is being set up for mass testing and vaccinations. Okay, mass. You ought to see the size of this place. Like I said, this is one of the larger ones that I've seen. There are a lot of smaller ones at like CVS facilities, places like that. But this is what's going up here. So read between the lines, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Use your imagination. I'm going to switch this around. This will handle thousands of people at one time. It goes all the way over there. You can see those tents on that side there. They're not playing around. Okay? They're not playing around. This is going to get very serious. I have to be careful, of course, what I say here, but I do want to say this. You know, in the Garden of Eden, Satan had to, and I'm just using the name Satan, Satan had a plan, and the plan was that he would convince the people to go along with it, agree with it. In other words, give their consent. Remember that? He says, hey, you can have the fruit of this. All you've got to do is want the knowledge of good and evil, to be like the gods. So, here, have the fruit. Enjoy it. And become like God, because you're not really going to die. Now, however you view that whole thing, the point is, and many of us have talked about this, they have to get your consent, but they can do it craftily. Okay? So again, I have to be careful about what I'm saying. Really, probably I shouldn't care at all about how the platform here looks at this. But if they force it on you, if they try to use not just coercion, but force, I don't want to excuse. If you have the knowledge of what's going on here and you make the wrong decision, then you're accountable. If you're nascent and not ignorant, you're accountable. If you don't know the difference, look them up. Ignorance is knowing the truth and just ignoring it and doing what you will, okay? But if you understand what's happening, and they no longer are just trying to encourage you, trying to tempt you, trying to coerce you, then it turns into force. And guess where the sin goes if it's forced? If it's forced, the sin goes to the perpetrator. I'm not saying that you can't resist with all of your might. Obviously you have to. But look how serious this is, and this is one of many. So if you need to go get your inoculations and your testing and all that, come here, and this is a great place to come if you're in Salt Lake, over here by the Maverick Center. You get my drift, everybody? All right, if you need those services, this is where you come. And they're set up for thousands of people, it looks like. And this is one of, I've seen at least 10 of these now. So you have plenty of opportunities to go out and take care of this if that's what you want to do. If they drag you kicking and screaming, it's like a rape, right? And the sin goes to the perpetrator. God says the weapons they use on you will then be turned against them. That doesn't mean there won't be a lot of problems for a lot of people, right? Okay, well, I've taken a little bit of chance doing this here. I thought about recording it, but then it wouldn't be able to go up quick. because this thing's moving ahead very, very quickly. So you can take care of your needs, since now you know where one of the places is. Alright, let me switch this around again. They're anticipating having a lot of cars backed up to go through these areas. I suspect that's the testing area over there, and that this is the place where you'll be able to get your medicine. Like I said, one more time, these are all over. They're serious about doing that. For those who have ears to hear and eyes to see, no matter what side of the fence you're on, or if you haven't even decided what side of the fence you're on, you can be fooled into consenting to something. You can be deceived into dissenting in something, and there's a price to pay for that. Because even in the Garden of Eden, when there wasn't really force, right? There was deception. There was encouragement to do what was wrong. And because of that, and because they should have known what was right and wrong, the sin went on them, right? But the serpent also was punished for that. If we had taken it a step further, if it was done by force, under threat of some type of physical or mental, emotional, spiritual injury, if you failed to do it, maybe keeping it from eating, or taking care of important parts of your personal business, the sin of the perpetrator comes back on them 7 times, and sometimes 70 times 7 times. I received a paper. I can't give you too much information about it. It's not mine to share. It's given to me just to kind of take care of it. And it talks about how all of this is transpiring and what it's going to do to us. Pray, ladies and gentlemen, pray. Don't go after the first leader that the establishment sends to you to save you. That's not going to be the one. All right, again, as I said, have to be a little surreptitious here. I think you can read between the lines. I probably said too much already, but this should go up on LBRY and Odyssey right away. So hopefully it'll at least be saved there. Okay. Prep, pray, stay out of the way. Pray like you never have before. Horrible weapons are being leveled against us, and the entire world, all the leaders of the world, practically, there are a few exceptions, but very few, are going along with it. I'll talk to you later out here.